All right, speaking of peering into the future and peering into the quarterback position, give us the quarterback one for Week 9, Rick.
You know what? I know it feels like it's chasing the fantasy points just a little bit, but I really do believe that Dak Prescott has another great opportunity to go out there and put up huge numbers against the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, obviously, the Philadelphia Eagles are one of the top teams, if not the top team in the NFL, but they really do give up a lot of production to the quarterback position. They have surrendered a lot of fantasy points. We just talked about Sam Howell being the QB1 of the week. So while there is some trepidation that Mike McCarthy might just be like, yeah, let's forget what worked last week and let's do something completely different, I have enough trust in Dak Prescott to dial him up as my QB1 of the week.
Well, I know Patrick Mahomes wasn't your QB1 last week, but you always need to think about him. And in what I have as the highest scoring game of the entire week in Germany, Patrick Mahomes will be your #1 quarterback this upcoming week. I understand this is a big game, and I understand last week we saw the flu, but there's no flu there, no flu in Germany.
Is Taylor going? That's the big.
You should tell us, aren't you, Travis Kelce?
That's right. Now, I'm every suburban dad who thinks it's funny. Not
Ready?
Travis Kelce.
Rick is a guy in a
Suburban
Travis
white
Kelce
guy.
jersey.
I got a mustache. I'll go as Travis Kelce.
Did you see my socks?
I do.
Okay.
They're nice.
Cats don't wear shoes.
I had months to prepare
Indoor
for
cats
this.
don't wear shoes.
You know who needs shoes? Running backs. Who's going to be the top running back?
Well, since we're on the topic, I'm going to go with Jonathan. Taylor's version. I'm pretty sure he was not born in 1989, but he is running great right now.
He might have been.
He might have been.
No.
I feel like he's probably too little too young. But he's starting to look like Jonathan Taylor again. Season high, 95 rushing yards last week on just 12 carries. Snaps are increasing every week, and Carolina giving up the 3rd most rushing yards per game, 2nd most rushing touchdowns. The Panthers have also allowed multiple rushing touchdowns in every game but one. Jonathan Taylor going to have a huge game, I think, this week.
I'm going to go with Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley got 36 carries last week in the Tommy DeVito game. Now Danny's back. He will be liberated against the Raiders.
Danny DeVito?
Tommy DeVito. Thank you, Rank. Sorry. Yeah, it was Tommy.
No, but Danny DeVito.
But Danny Jones, Tommy DeVito, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
The Raiders have given up 2 consecutive RB1 performances, so I'm kind of chasing that defense for running backs. Who's going to be the top wide receiver this week, Cynthia?
Well, Tyreek Hill against his former team because of Yeah, we need some revenge here. But when you're looking at Tyreek Hill, he's the only guy I have forecast for over 100 receiving yards this week. I know some other guys could potentially do it as well, but that's the median projection, ladies and gentlemen. I think he'll be a huge focus of Tua Tagovailoa, and I feel like they probably have some special things dialed up because it's your former team. You got to do it, show them off, let people in Germany know what's up.
You know what? I like that pick. I'm going to go a little sneaky, and I'm going to go with Garrett Wilson, who probably doesn't come to mind as the top receiver of the week, but he's been playing very well, and the numbers on the board are correct. He's had at least 15 fantasy points in 3 of his last 4, including 7 receptions for 100 yards last week, and now he's got a really decent matchup against the Chargers. They've allowed the 3rd most fantasy points to the wide receiver position this season, and Zach Wilson, you've got a few more weeks before zombie Aaron Rodgers returns, so you're all good.